Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. I just spent the last 15 minutes or more trying to mess with my lighting and my camera and my white balance, color, temperature, all those things. It's a process. It's a process. Let's get into it. We got a whole bunch of definitions in this episode with some fun words. So, my name is Spencer Parks, by the way. I don't know if you know that. There should be a little thing that pops up there. The first word in this episode is fabric softener. Fabric. Second word, softener. They're just the normal ways. This is a noun from 1965, which makes me think that fabric softener didn't exist before 1965. All of the fabrics were so hard before then. This is a product used to make laundered fabrics softer and fluffier. You gotta have fluffy clothes. No, not everybody likes fluffy clothes. Maybe they liked starched collars. I mean, that's probably more dry cleaning, not the laundry that you're gonna do at home. You wash it. You wash it in the washing machine. And then you put it in the dryer, and the dryer is where you put the fabric softener. We get those sheets. Are they compostable? Are there compostable fabric softener sheets? We should have something like this. What do they do to make these fabric softener things? Are there liquids? I feel like maybe there's liquids. I grew up with that stuffed bear on TV in commercials, the Downy bear, talking about how you gotta put your fabric softener in the thing so your clothes get all cuddly and wuddly and we love our fabric softener. I just don't know what they make. How do they make it? What is it made out of? Is it good for the environment? Is it bad for the environment? Should we be throwing these away? Should we be using them to create art? I don't know. Are there other ways that we can get our fabrics so soft? Some people like to just not use the dryer at all and just hang up their clothes. Does that make your clothes soft or hard? I don't know anything. I don't even know the logistics of why we do the laundry the way we do it, but I do it. I do it all the time. I just did laundry last night, and I used some fabric softener. Okay, I think I talked too much about that. The sound effect today is going to be woo. Why not? The next word is fabular. Fabular. Adjective from 1684. This is of, relating to, or having the form of a fable. And of course, in the previous episode, we talked all about fables. And so anything that is relating to a fable, it has the similar form to a fable, it's fabular. And I don't think I've ever used this word in my life. That thing is such like a fable. It's fabular. Woo! The next word is fabulist. It looks like these fable words have eked their way into this episode. This is a noun from 1593. Number 1, a creator or writer of fables. Number 2, the synonym, it's the word liar. Of course, we talked all about that in the previous episode. You're telling these fables, these lies. Oh, you're just a fabulist. Telling things that are fabular in a fabulous fashion. Fabulist or fabulistic is an adjective. The next word is fabulous, of course. Fabulous. Fabulous. The fabulous fabulist. There's got to be, we can add on to this. The fabulist told fabulistic fables. Something. Please use that as your starting point and create something fantastic and send it to me. Okay, fabulous adjective from the 15th century. Number 1A is resembling or suggesting a fable. I mean, it makes sense. We don't think of fabulous in this way, but yes, based on all these other words that we've been seeing, resembling or suggesting a fable is fabulous. It's not fabulous, it's fabulous. But also of an incredible, astonishing, or exaggerated nature. So you can see an evolution of how this became fabulous the way that we think of it. An example is fabulous wealth. Incredible wealth, astonishing wealth, exaggerated wealth. Oh, everybody, so many people want fabulous wealth, so much wealth. And it's like money. It's always about the money, and I hate it. And of course, as much as I want money, need money to survive, I don't think it should be the point of life. Some people make it the point of their life, and I think that there are other things. And then it's like, well, then how do you make money when the point of your life is other things? On that note, please subscribe and watch my YouTube videos so I can monetize that channel. Okay, the next definition for fabulous, 1B, is synonyms are wonderful and marvelous, as in had a fabulous time. The time that I had at your party was exaggerated in nature. It was so astonishing. I did not expect to have a fabulous time at your party, but I did. Number 2, told in or based on fable. Told in fable or based on fable is fabulous. A synonym is the word fictitious. It's interesting that basically 2 of the 3 definitions were more about fables, and that's not how we think of this word. Fabulously is an adverb, and fabulousness is a noun. And it's just a great word. I talk about things being fabulous. It's great. I'm not talking about fables, though. I'm talking about how great, marvelous, wonderful, amazing, and awesome these things are. Fabulous. Let's see. Yep, it's clearly from the word fable. So that was the last FAB word. Here's woo. FAC. Fac. Abbreviation for facsimile, which I guess is, well, it's not a fax, but the word fax, F-A-X, came from facsimile. And then number 2, faculty. Faculty, facsimile, fac. Woo. FAC, all caps, abbreviation for forward air controller. It controls the air that's going forward, not backward. And I would think that maybe this is in a plane, possibly. FAC, forward air controller. Should we look it up? I have changed my setup here a little bit. I've got some gray on the screen, so it's more like even natural lighting. I don't know if that's the correct thing to do, but we're changing things up here lighting-wise on the dictionary. Forward air control, close air support, aircraft intended to ensure that their attack hits the intended target. Oh, it's about military air stuff. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. What a fabulous sound effect he had today. The next word is facade. F-A-C-A-D-E. And to make it the most correct and proper, you can put that little curly-Q thing under the C to designate that it is pronounced with a S sound, facade. Otherwise, it's facade. This is a noun from circa 1681. Number 1, the front of a building. I also think it's just the front of anything. This is my facade. Today we have a red light over here, and that might evolve over time. But also, any face of a building given special architectural treatment, as in a museum's east facade. Most buildings have 4 walls, give or take, and so they, let's say that the one is facing north, so you got north, south, east, west, whatever direction those are in, and so the east side is the east facade. Let's see. Yeah, a face of a building given special architectural treatment. The facade of that thing is so cool. What they did with the architecture, it's like, whoa, it's fabulous. Number 2, a false, superficial, or artificial appearance or effect. Oh, you're just putting up that facade. That's not real. That's fake. No. In the movies, all of those buildings, the fronts of those buildings are all fake. They just got some wood things to hold them up behind them, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Hollywood is just a big old facade. Movies. Lots of movies are a facade. I like it. I like that part of it, and I also don't like it. Yeah. This is from French facade, from Italian facciata, from also Italian faccia, F-A-C-C-I-A, which means face. Yep, that's it for that one. And now we are going to talk about the last word. It's the first form of the word face. Yep, that's where we're at. Noun. So many definitions. Noun from the 13th century, number 1A, is the front part of the head that in humans extends from the forehead to the chin and includes the mouth, nose, cheeks, and eyes, but not the ears. No, those aren't part of the face. Are they? What do you think? Are the ears part of the face? I kind of feel like they are. That you see them, unless you're covering them, you see the ears when you're looking at somebody's face, and depending on what they look like, they are going to have an effect on what your view is of that face. Yeah, I think so. But technically, this is the face from here to the here and all around. Oh, I love the faces. Okay, 1B. This is the face as a means of identification, and the synonym is countenance. Okay, as in, would know that face anywhere. That face, I know that face, because it's identifying that person as who they are. I am much better with faces than names. Names, words, letters, they go in and out. Faces, I know faces much better. I'm really trying to do better with the name thing, though. Countenance. I can't remember what that word means. Let's see. Means of identity. I don't understand this. Like, you're still describing the face as the face. The face is still the face, but you're using it as how you identify and recognize somebody, I guess. Okay, that's a little bit of a weird one. Number 2 is archaic. The synonyms are presence and sight. And I don't know how they use this. There's no example. Presence, sight. What's the face of, I don't know. It's archaic. I can't put myself into the archaic mindset because I didn't grow up then. Not that old. 3A. Facial expression, as in a friendly face. Well, it's still literally their face, but it's their facial expression. So is this a friendly face? See, this is where the video really comes into handy. Is this a friendly face? You can even hear it in my sounds. You can hear it. This is not a friendly face. this is a friendly face. If you saw this walking down the street, you'd say, oh, he's so friendly. Okay, no silliness today. 3B, a facial expression of distance or displeasure, as in, he made a face when he saw the test results. He said, but here's the thing. This is what I don't understand. I mean, okay, they're both 3A and 3B, but isn't that one still a facial expression? He made a, okay, now I'm thinking about it more. He made a face. When somebody says he made a face, that's automatically, you automatically think this is negative, right? They put in the words distaste or displeasure. So that use of the word is very specifically about distaste and displeasure. Oh, he made a face. Ooh, what was that face? That's not a good face. I don't like that face. But also 3A is just any facial expression, a friendly face, or some other kind of face. So it's both ways. But there's another one, 3C. What? The synonym is the 3A1 definition for the word makeup, like, I gotta put on my face. I don't put on my face, but there are some people who put on their face. They get up early, they spend a couple of hours maybe putting on their face. Putting on my face, doing all the stuff. Yeah, they got to put on their face. Should I put on a face? I would look way better if I put on a face, but I didn't feel like I don't put on a face. 4A1, outward appearance. That's the definition. Outward appearance, as in, put a good face on it. Put a good outward appearance on it. No matter what is going on the inside, you're putting something on the outside to show. You're putting a facade, maybe a fake face out on the front to show what your outward appearance is. As my amazing guest, Muffy Fish Basket, is that the right name? Muffy Fish Basket said, we're all born naked. Everything else is drag. It's all a face. It's all your outward appearance. And mine is graphic tees and cargo pants or shorts because that's just who I am. But I'm trying to expand. I'm not really trying that hard. 4A2 is the aspect of something that is perceptible or obvious upon superficial examination, as in, the theory is absurd on its face. And that is a quote from Kim Neely. The aspect of something that is perceptible or obvious upon superficial examination. So when you're just looking at it just in a very shallow, superficial level, you're not going deep into it. You're just looking at it from the surface. What you can observe from that's just the face of it. Oh, well, when I just look at that thing, the face of it tells me that it is blue. But in reality, it's actually very happy. Okay, 4B, the synonyms are disguise and pretense. There's no examples, so that's that one, disguise and pretense. 4C1, synonyms are assurance and confidence, as in maintaining a firm face in spite of adversity. Yes, you're putting on that face when somebody is making fun of you, because that happens to the best of us and the all of us. Then you're putting up a strong face. I'm confident in myself. I think we all need a little bit more confidence in who we are, especially when somebody's being like, "You're stupid." Like, no, I'm not. Maybe you should look inside yourself and figure out, why are you trying to tell me that I'm stupid? No, I'm putting up a face. Let's have good faces together. Let's come together. 4, what? I don't even know what number we're at. 4C2, I think. The synonyms are, that's just one, effrontery, as in how anyone could have the face to ask that question? How could anyone have that effrontery to ask that question? I don't exactly remember, but it's like, is it like overly confident? Is it, how could you even think to ask that question? You're so effrontery. Yeah. 4D. The synonyms are dignity and prestige, as in afraid to lose face. This was a phrase that I learned, I think, at the end of high school. I made an animation. My dad helped, and we called it "Losing Face." He told me I was probably too old to even have learned this phrase at that time, but anyway, it's your dignity. When you lose face, I think especially in Asian cultures, there's this idea of losing this dignity, losing face, and so that's what it is. You're like, oh, I tripped and fell, I lost my face. Not your literal face. You lost your dignity. You felt embarrassed. And so anyway, we made an animation, and I'll put a link in the show notes for it because it's on YouTube. The quality is not good, but I shot it on Super 8 film, and I used it to help me get a little bit of a scholarship in college when I did that all those years ago. It's paired with another animation that I did, very crappy but silly, and there's some music to it. Oh, that was such a long time ago. Anyway, losing face. And it's, I guess it's about losing your dignity? No, it's literally about a face. Okay, next is number 5. The synonym is surface. Looks like surface. Surface. And then we have some sub-definitions for 5. They're all surfaces. 5A1. A front, upper, or outer surface is a face. An outer surface of a thing. My phone, the outer surface of it has a skull. What's next? 5A2. The front of something having 2 or 4 sides. The front of something having 2 or 4 sides. So how do you know what the front is? A building, a house that has 4 sides, the front of it is the face, I guess. But 2 sides, like a vinyl, has 2 sides. So one of those is a face? I don't know. 5A3, the synonym is facade. Facade, the surface of the thing, the front of it, it's the facade. 5A4, an exposed surface of rock. It's the face of a rock. The exposed surface. So if a rock is under water or part way into the water or part way into the sand or the dirt, whatever, the exposed part is the face of it. The face of the rock face. 5A5, any of the plane surfaces that bound a geometric solid. So I guess that's any physical thing, a cube, a Rubik's Cube, any one of those faces is a face. My Apple has just one big face. Okay. 5B, so it's still a surface. Sub-definition for that. 5B is a surface specially prepared. A surface specially prepared as, now we have sub-definitions for 5B. We got double subs. 5B1, the principal dressed surface as of a disc. The principal dressed surface as of a disc. I don't know what kind of disc we're talking about, but the principal dressed surface of the disc is a surface, also a face. Yeah, okay. 5B2. The right side, and the example, or what this is, which I definitely needed some extra information. It's cloth or leather. Cloth or leather. And I don't know enough about cloth or leather to know why the right side of the cloth or leather is called face, but it's a face. 5B3. An inscribed, printed, or marked side is a face. You inscribe a thing on it, maybe underneath a cabinet. The person who made it inscribes their name. That side is the face. I think they probably have other faces too. 5C. Still surface. 5 is surface. 5C is a striking surface as of a tool. As in the face of the golf club. Also, the face of an anvil. The side that you strike onto or it strikes something else, that is the face. The golf club has that flat surface, could be straight up and down, could be angled. That's why there's all those golf clubs, because they're all at different angles. That's the face. That's the face that hits the ball. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything else. The anvil has the face. I think the top part would be the face, and then you strike things onto the anvil. The striking surface. 5D1. The surface as of type that receives the ink and transfers it to the paper. So this is, old printing press. You put the letters in the tray, and that top part where the letter is, that's the face of it. It gets the ink. You roll the ink on it, and then you press the paper on it. And that's why it's a printing press. That's it for that one. 5D2. A style of type. Well, I think font would be a good word to put in here too. A style of type. It's a face. What typeface do you want? That's a word that we say all the time. I'm always saying typeface. What typeface? Do you want it fancy? Do you want it serif, sans serif? And those are all the options. That's it. Number 6. We finally got to number 6. The end or wall of a mine, tunnel, drift, or excavation at which work is progressing. So I guess if you're digging a tunnel, I immediately think of cartoons, because cartoon characters are always digging tunnels. And so the part that they are digging from, the end of the tunnel that they make it longer and longer from, that's the face. I guess? Yes. Number 7, the synonym is face value, which will be not in the next episode, but the one after that. Face value. What's the face value? And it's kind of weird to use the word face there. I don't know. Seems odd to me. Number 8. Oh my God, is this the last one other than phrases? Number 8, the synonym is person. That's it. As in, lots of new faces around here. I believe the first 2 rules of Fight Club have been broken because I'm seeing a lot of new faces around here. We're not supposed to be talking about the Fight Club, but there are persons here, and the persons have faces, and the faces are about to have black eyes. Because if it's your first time, you have to fight. Okay, phrases in one's face. In one's face. This means directly and aggressively in one's presence, as in dunked the ball in his face. In his face. Right in front of his face, the ball got dunked, and he was like, boom, I dunked the ball onto your face. Directly and aggressive. Yeah, why you all up in my face? Dunking balls. Dunking balls feels like it should be the name of a basketball player. This is often used with the word get, G-E-T, to describe aggressively confrontational speech or behavior, as in his boss got in his face about being late. Why are you so late? Why are you so late? I'm all up in your face. Don't be late. There's another phrase, a couple more. In the face of, or also just in face of, and it is face to face with. The synonym is despite, as in fearless in the face of danger. Despite a face to face with. When the danger was dunking balls in his face, he said, I have no fear. I am fearless in the face of danger. Despite the danger, I will have no fear. There's one more. To one's face. This means in one's presence or so that one is fully aware of what is going on. In one's presence, so that they are fully aware of what's going on, or so that one is fully aware of what is going on. To one's face. Why am I having a hard time thinking about this one? In one's presence, or so that one is fully aware of what is going on. But there's no example. To one's face. Just about being aware. I am only halfway aware. To half of my face. Okay. Well, does this have etymology? It's probably very similar to facade. This is from the Latin facies, which means make, or form, or face. From facere, this is still Latin, which means to make or to do. And there's more at do. So how did it become face? How did making, doing, forming, when you create a thing, you create the face of it? I don't know. That is a thinker. That is a thinker. Well, the next thing that is a thinker is the word of the episode. So today we had fabric softener, fabular, fabulist, fabulous, F-A-C, facade, and face. Now, I don't think I'm going to pick the word face, but I do need to say that I am fascinated by faces. There was a show, like a 4-part show, hosted by the amazing John Cleese, because he's very interested in science, and it was called The Human Face, and I bought it on DVD when that was a thing. I think it was a 2-part DVD, maybe. And I ended up getting him to sign the disc, even though I didn't meet him. Somebody else got him to sign it for me. That's another story. And it's all just about faces and beauty and if there's a change in the brain, an injury, how that can affect your view of faces, how people, or sometimes it's just a natural thing that happens. Sometimes people won't see a face as a whole face. They won't recognize faces. They'll only see sort of bits and pieces and won't be able to put the whole picture together. Sometimes the show talked about actual physical faces. Like there's a woman in London who I think has a condition called cherubism. And so she has a very large face and head. And it is striking. Side note on that, I saw her in person. When I was in London, I was walking to go pick up some food or something from our hotel, and she walked past me, and I was immediately like, that has got to be the woman from the show. And I think I ended up finding her on Twitter and was like, is this where you live? I think I just walked past you. And she was like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, that's crazy. That was my brush with fame. But their faces are just fascinating to me, and I think that they say so much about a person, but they also don't. I'm not even sure exactly what I want to say, but I just find faces interesting. They're very weird when you think about, like, noses look weird, ears look weird, but if you didn't have them, then your face would look even weirder because we're just so used to seeing them. And faces are just like endlessly fascinating to me. And they all are amazing and beautiful and fabulous, which is the word of the episode. because it's just a great word, and it's just fun to say fabulous. Fabulous, this song is fabulous. Cut it. That was it. That was the end of that song. That's why it was fabulous. Okay, let's see. I am now going to talk about a couple of movies. The movies that I talked about in the previous episode may have been a rehash, but I hadn't put notes in my notes to say that I had talked about them, so I did now. Let's quickly talk about Remembering Gene Wilder. This is a documentary about Gene Wilder, who passed away a number of years ago, and he was a very interesting comedic actor, and it's narrated mostly by him. I guess it's the audio from his audio book, which was very interesting that he was narrating his own documentary after he died. Fascinating guy. I have a lot more of his movies I gotta watch. Hitman. It's a very fun, kind of light-hearted, true story, fictionalized true story about a guy who was catching people for the cops who were trying to hire him as a hitman to go kill people. And basically, this guy in the movie gets to dress up like different characters, and of course he ends up falling in love with somebody, and it gets very complicated. It's fun. I would be too stupid to be in his position. I don't think I could be able to have all of those, be able to keep track of all those thoughts and have to lie and all that. Oh, and then the last one I'll talk about is Thelma, an amazingly fun and silly movie about a 90-something-year-old woman who takes it into her own hands to go get the money that was stolen from her because of some phone scam thing. And the great June Squibb is in it, and it's the very end made me tear up because she has a short little scene looking out of the car, and then like partway through the credits they show footage of the real Thelma, the grandmother of the filmmaker, saying those same words. And it was just so heartwarming that this guy basically made this movie for his grandma, and it got me. It's a beautiful, fun movie. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying, because clearly you're enjoying. And go ahead and share this. There's not a lot of you, so share. Let the people know that there's a guy talking about the dictionary because he wants to for some reason. He wants to learn, and I think you want to learn, right? Right. Okay, that's it. This has been Spencer, dispensing information. Goodbye.